Hello everyone, Thor here. I saw Longlegs. The theater was pretty full, so I think this movie's actually going to do pretty well, which is good. Horror movies are usually cheap and usually have a good return, and you get more good and interesting stuff, especially when people want to experiment and do interesting things. Longlegs, I could definitely tell is influenced by many movies. I think is influenced by Seven, also some real world things. They mentioned the Manson murders. They mentioned the Zodiac killer because they use ciphers. It's a murder mystery, but not the type of mystery you think. The movie tells you right away that the killer, Longlegs, is played by Nick Cage, but there's a connection between the killer and the main character, and that's the real mystery of the movie. This will be spoiler free, so let's get into it. The main character is Harker Lee. Might have psychic powers, might not. It's kind of ambiguous. They kind of establish that. They say she's highly intuitive, if nothing, but it kind of feeds into her connection. They let you know from the beginning that Nick Cage is the main killer. The whole story is about Harker has some kind of connection to the case, and she's the only one who can figure it out. There's always Nick Cage memes. I think this will definitely generate a couple. Like I said, they say Nick Cage is Longlegs right in the opening credits, and they have a scene in the beginning that's filmed in 4:3, which is interesting. All the stuff in the past is filmed in 4:3. These murders take place over many different years, kind of like how the Zodiac was. Kind of reminded me of Heavy Rain a bit. And I definitely think a few of the scenes they brought into it were definitely Seven inspired, which not a bad movie to be influenced by at all. Nicolas Cage, some people might like it, some people might think it's a bad fit, but he really goes in the character, and he is a deranged, crazy person, and he's entertaining to watch. Just like when he played Dracula, he really gets into the character. So some people can take it or leave it. I thought he was good as the killer in this. When he's on screen, you definitely paid attention. Got an interesting plot. It's got some interesting twists. The ending is really good, and they leave it a little bit ambiguous. But that's all I'll say about it, because you should definitely see it at least once. I don't know if it's a movie I'm going to come back to a ton, but it definitely was worth watching at least one time and say that you saw it. And the ending, you can have your own interpretation. And that's the fun part, is talking about the endings of movies like this. Some scenes are shot really well. You definitely have some like creepy parts with, you hear a noise or something's going on, and the main character's got a weird relationship with her mom, and it all comes together at the end. It's not as satisfying as I would have liked it to be, but I think it is pretty good, and I love the ending of the Thing, so ambiguous endings I'm a huge fan of, because it's great for conversation, and they could probably follow this up if they really wanted to. They definitely could. I know a few ways they could. I think it's better that they don't, though. Sometimes if you continue things, they can get ruined. I will say it's not as terrifying as I think it was promised. I went in this movie knowing nothing. I didn't see any of the trailers. Some people commented that I should definitely check this one out. Definitely glad I did. Hopefully you guys check it out too. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments, and maybe we'll do a spoiler video if you want me to. If you like the movie, leave it in the comments. Also, leave your favorite horror thriller movie and any suggestions for me to check out. These movies are a bunch of fun, especially the first time you watch it. It's never the same when you don't know what's coming. Took a different approach to this one, so I'm going to probably give this one a 7.5, maybe an 8. I'd have to think about it more, but around that range. Definitely check it out. It's definitely a fun time. There's a couple of jump scares, and so they weren't overdone, and I think the ones they did were pretty effective. Jump scares can be okay if done right. Anyway, please drop a like, subscribe if you aren't subscribed, and definitely more to come. So I'll talk to you all soon. Thor out.